Okay, so you sent us this research paper, and it's about AI assistants, but not just any AI assistants. These are the kinds that can actually figure out what you mean, like what you're really trying to get at, not just the words you're using.
Yeah, it's really getting at that, that disconnect we often have between how we think as humans and what computers need to actually, follow instructions.
It's like they're learning to speak our language fluently, but instead of like Spanish or French, it's the language of intent.
Exactly.
So the paper focused on using this in business software, right? Like what, like in the real world, what would that even look like?
Well, imagine like you're stuck dealing with some customer service issue. Right now, it's all, press one for this, press two for that.
Ugh, the worst.
The worst. But with this kind of AI, you could just explain your problem naturally, and it would actually get what you need without you having to use all the right jargon or jump through hoops.
So no more repeating yourself a million times trying to get the computer to understand.
Hopefully not. And it goes even further than that. They're even looking at how AI can understand the emotion behind what you're saying.
Wait, so my computer could know if I'm frustrated? How is that even possible?
It's pretty wild, right? Basically, they actually built a whole prototype system, and they tested it using something called the 20 News Group's data set. It's like a standard benchmark to see how well AI can understand and categorize information based on what people are saying.
Okay, so how'd it do?
They got an F1 score of 82.5%.
Okay, and in English that means?
It means the AI was really good, surprisingly good, at understanding the nuances of how we communicate. Like it wasn't just doing word matching, it was actually understanding the meaning behind what people were trying to say.
Okay, that's seriously impressive. But you know me, it's gotta be fast. Nobody wants to wait around for their computer to think. I did see they were talking about response times in milliseconds, though.
Yeah, and that's what makes this so exciting. It's not some far-off thing. This level of understanding, we can do this now with the technology we have available today.
So it sounds like we're talking about more than just making things a little bit easier to use, right? Like, is this actually going to change how we think about interacting with computers completely?
I think it has the potential to, yeah. I mean, right now we're so used to, like, having to speak the computer's language.
Totally. Menus, clicking icons, remembering commands, it's like a whole other thing to learn.
Right. But this kind of AI could actually flip the script.
Hmm.
What if instead of us learning to speak computer, the computers learn to speak human?
Now, that would be a game changer. And they actually built a working prototype of this, right? It wasn't just theoretical. They made this thing work.
Yeah, they really did. And what's even cooler is that they did it using a lot of tools and libraries that are openly available. You don't have to be like some huge tech company with unlimited resources to start experimenting with this kind of AI.
So are we talking like the difference between needing some celebrity chef to make this amazing dish versus now anyone can try it at home?
Exactly. And that's what makes this research so important. It's pushing this whole field forward in a big way.
This is all super cool, but let's, I don't know, try to bring this back down to earth for a second. Like, for our listener out there, someone who's just, living their life, not a coder or anything, how could this actually change things for them? What's it actually going to look like?
Yeah, good point. Well, think of it this way. Imagine if, like, technology wasn't this thing you had to constantly fight with. Like, instead of it holding you back, it actually helped you do more. That's kind of what this is all about.
Okay, so paint me a picture. Give me an example.
Okay, so imagine you want to learn something new, right? Like you're trying to teach yourself how to, I don't know, play the guitar or something.
Always wanted to do that.
Right. So instead of having to dig through websites and videos, hoping you find something that clicks, this AI could figure out exactly what you need, exactly how you learn best.
Ah, like a personalized tutor, but for anything.
Exactly. Or think about work. What if your computer could actually anticipate what you need before you even ask? Like,
Yeah.
what if it could draft that email for you or put together that presentation? It's about technology working with you, not against you.
Okay, that'd be pretty sweet. So we're talking like no more feeling like you're talking to a wall when you're dealing with customer service, no more battling with software that feels like it's from the Stone Age.
Exactly. I mean, we're not there yet,
Yeah.
but this research shows it's possible. And honestly, I think it's closer than a lot of people realize.
Well, it's definitely got me thinking, like it's kind of mind-blowing, like the smarter technology gets, the more it makes you wonder, what does it even mean to be human when like your computer understands you better than, well, maybe better than some people do.
I know, right? It's a big question. And it's one we're going to have to keep asking ourselves as this technology keeps evolving.
It's exciting and a little bit scary all at the same time. But
Sure.
hey, that's why we do this show, right? To dig into these big ideas.
Absolutely. And who knows what incredible tech we'll be unpacking next time. Thanks for taking this deep dive with me. It's been great exploring all this with you.
Always a pleasure. And for our listeners, keep those questions coming because we are just getting started.